leaders and heightened scrutiny around government spending decisions. Meanwhile, diplomatic momentum is building ahead of major continental gatherings like the Second Africa Urban Forum, where Kenya is mobilizing support to shape Africa's urban future with a focus on affordable housing and climate-smart cities. These political and governance developments reflect rising public engagement and pressure for transparency, reform, and shared leadership. On the economic front, pressure issues continue to dominate headlines. The Kenyan government is contemplating Eurobond issuance to manage looming debt maturities and support fiscal stability, a critical move amid global financial activity and corporate maneuvering also feature globally, with landmark deals such as Nuven's multi-billion-pound acquisition of Schroders resonating across financial markets today. And additionally, discussions around national budget financing, including plans to borrow abroad, underscore the twin imperatives of sustaining public services and stimulating growth in society and technology. Today sees notable developments shaping life beyond politics and markets. Kenya has been selected to host the first African edition of the UN Global Tourism Resilience Conference, spotlighting sustainable tourism and crisis response and signaling regional leadership in global tourism discourse. In the tech space, breakthroughs in artificial intelligence have emerged with the unveiling of advanced models aimed at redefining global competition and innovation, signaling how tech frontiers continue to evolve with impact on jobs, research, and competitive advantage. Finally, everyday realities and social challenges remain in focus, reminding us of ongoing societal needs. Reports show persistent hurdles in digital governance as reflected in the high rate of denied content removal appeals in Kenya, highlighting tensions between national interest and global platforms. On the humanitarian front, broader regional crises such as displacement in refugee contexts continue to strain resources and underline the need for coordinated action. From community livelihoods to global digital debates, today's stories capture the interconnected nature of modern life across the local, national, and global spectrum. This is JKS Thursdays. My name is Jeffrey Kimaiyu Somba, and my sign language interpreter is Laura Omonti. After this, we're coming up. The 12th day of February 2026, as you can join this conversation throughout our social media platforms, that is at EBN TV Kenya all across. Our SMS line is 23059. Again, if you're just joining us now, my name is Jeffrey Kimaiyu Somba, and this is EBN's JKS Thursdays, my sign language interpreter again is Laura Omonti. This is how we're starting off. President William Ruto says the United Opposition has no moral authority lecturing his administration about youth empowerment intervention through the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement Program (NYOTA). And speaking earlier in Mandera and Wajiru counties while dispersing more than 120 million shillings business capital to 5,000 youth drawn from the northeastern counties, the head of state accused the United Opposition leaders of being incompetent, leading to their unceremonious exit from government through impeachment and alleged theft of relief aid.
Wengine tuliwapatia nafasi kule mbele, wakakuja wakafanya biashara na chakula ya wananchi. Wakakuja kufanya siasa na chakula ya wananchi. Saa hizi wanajaribu kutuzungumzia. Sasa wewe, my friend, wewe ulifutwa kazi kwa kuiba relief food. Alafu unakuja kutuongelesha mambo ya relief food. Wewe, you are the last person, the least qualified, with no moral authority to tell anybody anything on matters food relief, because you are a petty thief.
And moving on, the County Public Accounts Committee, CPAC, which has been accused by some governors of harassment and intimidation during oversight sessions on county spending, has called on the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, to arrest governors who failed to honor committee summons. The committee maintains that it is carrying out its constitutional oversight mandate and denies claims that its actions amount to a political witch hunt as alleged by some governors. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja has reiterated that no one is above the law. He stated that any governor found culpable of deliberately skipping committee sittings will be arrested and arraigned in court.
There are a few governors who have decided that they will not come before Parliament, which is a constitutional obligation and a constitutional duty. Where someone summoned fails to appear, there could be recourse to fines, or Parliament may request the IG of police to arrest and produce that person.
If your governors fail to appear before accountability committee like public accounts, we want to appeal to our citizens in Marsabit and any other part. If a governor fails, can the citizens assist us by arresting their governor and bring, because it's provided under the law, Chair?
In instances where they refuse to comply, the service under the direction of the committee is always ready to arrest and present them before the committee as requested.
All right, moving on, ODM leaders have accused former President Uhuru Kenyatta of interfering in the party's affairs, blaming him for the ongoing internal wrangles. The leaders, led by party leader Oburu Oginga, who held public rallies in Lamu, Tana River counties, claimed that the faction led by Secretary General Edwin Sifuna is working with the former president with the intention of sabotaging talks between ODM and UDA.
Tuko naye ndani ya chama chetu. Sio mambo ya broad based, sio mambo ya serikali ya broad based, sio mambo ya Ruto. Shida tuko naye kwa chama chetu ni yule former president ambaye anaitwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Huyu ndio anaharibu chama yetu.
Sisi tuko pale ambapo baba mwenyewe alitufikisha. And we know the culprit in this whole agenda. Na huyo anaitwa President Uhuru, former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Yeye ndio anatamani ODM isishikane pande hii, iende ishikane na wale watu wa Wamunyi.
Nia yao na madhumuni yao tuikoroge ODM, baada ya kuikoroga sisi tuingie. Sasa sisi tunaambia kabla hamjaikoroga tumewakoroga nyinyi.
Lakini wakati tuliona wakianza kuzungumuza, sisi naona vitu vingine sisi hapana elewa. Atiko watu huko najiita fimbo by fimbo, watu ya Munyoro yenyewe. Wananuka wa Munyoro, wanaimba wa Munyoro, ati ndio wamebebana nao kuja kule kwa ngome ya ODM.
Musimame ngangari bila kuambiwa kwamba kimeenda, kimekufa, kimetawanyika, bila fulani hakuna mahali kitaenda.
Wale wanacheza na ODM wetu kanenda. We kama unaona umebega mabawa, wajiweza peke yako, si unaenda unaanzisha chama ingine?
And as the ODM Kakamega County, we are in support of the decision taken by NEC to remove Honorable Sifuna and replace him in an acting capacity with the women rep of Busia County Honorable Catherine Omanyo. Because as a party, we need to have discipline within the party.
Sasa kama uone unapata Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, wewe hama enda DCP. Tunataka ODM iwe clean. Tunataka UDA iwe clean. Tukishikana hapo tu, mtu apate kura za.
Now, on a relief for Edwin Sifuna, the political party's dispute tribunal in Nairobi has stormed the ouster of Edwin Sifuna as ODM Secretary General, pending the determination of a petition he has filed against the party's actions. In a ruling issued this afternoon in the political party dispute, the tribunal ordered the immediate suspension of the gazettement of Sifuna's removal. Speaking in Nairobi, Sifuna was flamed by a section of leaders opposed to the broad-based government, blame President William Ruto for allegedly taking over the party.
Confront the spectacle of stagnation against progress and liberal versus conservative clashes in our politics, we shouldn't fall for the allure of easy largesse and cheap promises made to the electorate for the sole purpose of perpetuating the age-old slavery visited on citizens of this nation by a regime lacking in legitimacy. I remain a loyal member and the duly elected Secretary General of the ODM party. I remain committed to the struggle for a fair, just and democratic Kenya.
Shall I repeat for purpose of record and for all those who can hear us from all corners of this great country? Don't be deluded or cheated. The Secretary General of Raila's party, ODM, is one Edwin Sifuna.
That Sifuna is going nowhere. And I had said that if Sifuna goes, I will also go. I want to say that these members have agreed that we will fight the war. And we still recognize Sifuna as our legitimate Secretary General, as you will discover shortly.
Now, President William Ruto has intensified his criticism of his main political opponents, particularly DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua, over their comments on his recent visit to northern Kenya and the government's strategies to tackle drought in the region. President Ruto said the opposition leaders lack understanding of the needs of local residents, emphasizing that the government has implemented various projects to address the drought crisis in northern Kenya. He also stressed that his aim is to ensure that residents of these areas receive the same development opportunities as other Kenyans across the country.
Wale ambao wako huko Nairobi kwa mahoteli, kwa ma press conference huko Lavington na sehemu zingine za Nairobi, wawache kuongea mambo ya Northern Kenya wakiwa Nairobi. Watembee hapa Mandera, watembee Wajir, watembee Garissa na Isiolo, waongee wakiwa ground, ndio wajue hii Northern Kenya iko namna gani. And we don't want lectures from hotels, lectures from Nairobi. We want practical solutions.
Long time vijana wetu walikuwa katika kiwango ya AOB. Ndio mnasikia viongozi wengine wanajaribu kusema ati rais anapoteza wakati kwenda program ya Nyota. Ati rais amepoteza wakati kuja Mandera program ya Nyota. Kwa sababu mentality yao ni ya zamani. Wanafikiria ya kwamba vijana wetu bado wako AOB. Tunataka tuwaambie vijana wetu sasa wako kwa agenda. In fact, agenda number 1. I understand them. Mimi nawaelewa. Nilisikia watu wengine hapo. Wengine nimewafukuza kazi kwa sababu ya kuzembea na kwa sababu ya incompetence.
And ODM party leader Dr. Uhuru has shifted his stance, saying the Orange Party will enter into talks with the UDA party in a bid to secure the position of deputy president. This marks departure from his earlier remarks in which he assured Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki that ODM had no interest in his seat. Speaking during a meeting with ODM delegates in Mombasa County, Ogiga said he had been misquoted and emphasized the party is focused on strengthening itself as it prepares for next year's general election.
Watu wengine wali misinterpret. Walisema ati mimi nilisema ati sisi hatutaki kiti cha deputy president. Hiyo kiti ya deputy president ndio tunalinga sana, hiyo ndio tunalinga. Nilisema ya kwamba huyo deputy president hatuna nini chuki na yeye kwa binafsi. Yeye binafsi hatuna maneno naye, lakini hiyo kiti ni kiti ya public. Alafu alikuwa anatundanganya ati atatupatia upresidency. Na yeye alidanganya baba na yeye hakutupatia. Si yeye alikuwa na nguvu yote ya kutupatia. Na tulishinda. Uchaguzi iliibwa hapo kwa mkono yake na yeye anaona na hakutusaidia.
And away from Kenya, the US government will have to wait until a court case challenging the legality of the $2.5 billion health cooperation framework signed last December is resolved to determine how Kenya will benefit from the deal. The US ambassador to Kenya, Susan Burns, said at Nyeri County Referral Hospital on Thursday while assessing the impact on our country's PayFar program in combating HIV in the county that the deal will only be implemented to the extent permitted by Kenyan courts. The courts have altered the implementation of a 5-year framework which was intended to provide additional funding to fight HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, maternal deaths, among other health challenges, as litigants raised concerns of access to sensitive patient data.
It's up to the Kenyans to decide how they want this funding and how it needs to be implemented. Those are discussions that we have to have with the government, but the matter is for the courts at the moment. We have a lot of work to do in the implementation. We could still have those conversations, and we'll continue to have those conversations, of course respecting any decisions that come out of the courts. So coming to Nyeri is a chance for us to really learn how we can take things that were done here and scale it up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how we're able to do that. I should say in the interim, it's not that our funding on health has ceased. We're continuing to provide ongoing funding through our CDC, our Center for Disease Control, and through our embassy, our Office of Foreign Assistance. We're continuing to provide the life-saving work we've done here for many, many years in HIV/AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. And so we'll continue to do that while we work on the implementation of the new program.
Several ward representatives from Taita Taveta County escaped a county assembly session organized to welcome Wisdom Mwamburi, who was reinstated by the courts after being removed by the same ward representatives. The boycott highlighted a major split within the Taita Taveta County Assembly, where only 7 councillors attended the session while 27 others were absent, signaling strong opposition to Mwamburi's reinstatement as Speaker. During the sitting at the County Assembly, Deputy Speaker Anseli Mwadime and several other representatives did not participate, raising questions about the unity of the leadership in the county.
Umeumia kwa kiasi cha haya. Lakini kumbuka, hii safari yote ni Mungu amekulinda na leo hii amekupatia nafasi. Usiwe mtu wa kisasi. Najua kuna baadhi wetu ambao tulikuudhi na wengine pia tulikuwa marafiki. Wote hao ni wako.
Mimi ni wanasiasa, hao wanasiasa, politicians don't like competition. You will be smashed. So wewe fanya kazi yako. We do anything within our powers to make sure we shield you people who fanya kazi.
And on a sad note, 2 people have died while others escaped death after being buried under sand while working in a quarry in Maruti B Village, Maraka Ward, Webuye constituency, Bungoma County. Eyewitnesses said the incident involved sand buyer Wycliffe Masika and excavator Evans Juma, along with others who were rescued by locals. The area chief Samuel Kisuya has banned sand excavation in areas deemed dangerous, while the OCPD for East Webuye, Rosemary Odeke, urged residents to exercise extreme caution when engaging in sand excavation activities. It is residents, not president.
Ni ndugu ya marehemu mwenye amepata ajali. Ni kijana ananifuata kama mara 3. Ni kijana mdogo, lakini alikuwa ni kijana wa bidii, kijana wa kujituma. Amepata matatizo kama bado anatafutia familia na jaribu kutengeneza makao ya familia.
Sasa mimi nilikuwa tu hapo nje na semecha akapigia msichana wake simu.
Akaambia Naliaka, sisi huku tumepata ajali. Masika wako papa Lupwipwi amekufa.
Wenzetu hali ya kutafuta walikuwa wamekuja kutafuta kuchimba maram hapa nyumbani.
More than 12 students in Mathira constituency have benefited after receiving scholarship funding of 11,000 shillings each. The initiative follows an announcement by Mathira MP on the implementation of free education for students in local schools. The program, which costs a total of 54 million, is funded through the NGCDF Development Fund for the constituency. Speaking about the initiative, Education Secretary Beatrice Nyangala said that while the government provides funding for education, the amount is not sufficient to meet all the needs.
Na nakubali sio pesa yangu. Najua naona watu wengine huko wanasema sio pesa yako. It's true, it's not my money. It is not my money. Lakini mimi napanga vizuri kuliko wale wengine. Na hii pesa ni kupangwa. Kila kitu ni kupangwa. We are declaring today that day school education in Mathira is free of wewe mzazi ni kutayarisha mtoto, kumpea breakfast, anaenda shule, anaenda kusoma.
Kama serikali bajeti yetu kubwa sana tunaweka kwa maneno ya masomo. Mwaka huu ni zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 700. Lakini hiyo pesa haitoshi. Ndio kwa maana hii mpango, hii program ya masomo kwa wote ambayo inaongozwa na mheshimiwa wenu inachangia pakubwa sana.
And residents of Siberia village in Maina Ward, Nyahururu sub-county, Laikipia County, took to the streets to protest claims that a piece of land designated for community development was being grabbed. The residents say the land was intended for a nursery school, community hall and playground for the children. They also want the hall to be used as a polling station, citing challenges during general elections due to the lack of a nearby voting center. And according to their leader, Samuel Wandeto, efforts to defend the land have led to harassment and even arrest by the police, which he describes as attempts to silence them. The residents have vowed to continue fighting for the land and are appealing to Laikipia County Governor Joshua Irungu to intervene and review the ownership letters issued in 1998.
Mizi tumekuja hapa tukitaka kulilia kiwanja yetu. Hii ni haki yetu. Na hata serikali ikiangalia kwa mapu ya Kenya, hii sisi tuko kwa kiwanja yetu. Na watu wanataka kutunganyang'anya sababu wanajifanya wako na nguvu sana na wanajua kutembea kwa serikali. Sisi tukasema serikali kubwa ikuja mahali tuko itupiganie hii haki yetu. Ndio tumesema sisi tutashimba shimo ya choo, alafu serikali kubwa ikuja itunganganie hii kiwanja sababu wale wanataka ni wale wako wanajifanya hawa ni wakubwa. Ndio tunataka kiwanja yetu. Tunataka haki yetu.
Now that story brings JK's Thursday to a short break. Remember, you're watching EBN TV, JK's Thursdays, and we're coming after the short break. "25 minutes past 9 p.m. This is JK's Thursdays on EBN TV. Welcome back. The Ministers of Roads and Transport, Davis Chirchir, has reaffirmed the government's commitment to completing ongoing road projects nationwide within the scheduled timeline. Speaking during an inspection of the Taveta-Jukini Elasit Road in Taita Taveta County, Chirchir assured contractors that their payments have been settled, ensuring that the projects are completed without interruption.
Kitambo ya mvua kufika, kazi Kenya mzima itaendelea mzuri. Kwa sasa tumelipa contractors wote Kenya mzima, hakuna contractor hata moja mwenye tuko na deni. Na hivyo hii wiki ijayo tumeita contractors wote tuwashauri, tusikizane vile kazi itaendelea, na vile mnavyoona hii barabara ya illicit Njukini ndipo kazi Kenya mzima inaendelea.
Tukiona mawaziri wanakuja ground hivi mara kwa mara, sisi kama viongozi na hata wananchi wanafurahi kwa sababu wana supervise ile kazi ambazo ilianzishwa, na kwa hivyo kazi inasonga kwa uzuri zaidi.
If anyone is in doubt that this
business people in Kwale County have supported an order by Coast Regional Police Commander Ali Nuno directing officers to use force in dealing with criminal gangs known as Panga Boys. They say the move will help restore security, which has deteriorated in the Coast region, leaving traders and residents living in fear due to the frequent machete attacks. The business community has called for even tighter security measures, especially as people prepare for the holy month of Ramadan to ensure safety and stability in the region.
Na ukipata mtu anashambulia mwenzake, sisi tunaomba na tunasisitiza vile Ali Nuno alisema kwamba watu pia wao wapigwe hata kama ni risasi, kwa sababu haitakuwa salama kwamba wewe ukatekate mwenzako kichwa aende hospitali awe mlemavu. Naomba hapa kwetu waendelee kuzitisha patrol vile wanaendelea na hizo operations ambazo regional alisema. Mimi naomba siendelee, kwanza waendelee sana wakati kama huu wa Ramadhani. Tunataka wenzetu Waislamu wakifunga wafunge kwa amani. Kazi kuu ya polisi ni kuhakikisha kwamba mtaa uko na amani na wananchi wanafanya maendeleo yao au biashara zao bila usumbufu. Sisi kama bodaboda team tumekubaliana na hilo swala na tuko pamoja na serikali. So kwa hivyo watu wa human rights wasilaumu RC kwa matamko yake. Haizi kusema maneno hayo hadi kwa sababu anataka sana vijana wauliwe ama anataka sana risasi tumike. Hapana. Hii ni tu information inafaa ifikie kwamba hapa palipofika hatua zote baada zimechukuliwa, bado hakuna usalama. Hii ndio next step.
Hizi taa za security zimekuwa off muda mrefu na sielewi kwa nini serikali ya county haioni hiyo jambo.
And following an increase in serious terrorism threats, security stakeholders say that empowering grassroots administrative officers is crucial in preventing and countering extremism. These officers, including chiefs, are described as being on the front line in educating communities about the dangers of radical ideologies, promoting cooperation with security agencies, and building trust between the government and citizens. Institutions such as the National Counter-Terrorism Center NCTC emphasize that strategies aimed at preventing extremism should focus on strengthening community resilience to effectively address the threat of radicalization.
Ambaye ni chief eneo la Nairobi, Embakasi West Sub-County. Ujio wangu leo hapa na wenzangu ni kuhusu suala la amani katika taifa hili letu, na nimekuja na wenzangu kwa minajili yaweza kuimarishwa katika kutanzua na kuweza kujua changamoto ambazo zinaweza tuletea machafuko kiasi kwamba amani ikosekane. Na kwa nini sisi tuko hapa? Tuko hapa kwa sababu sisi ndio utando wa kwanza kabisa kama serikali ambao tuko karibu na raia wa kawaida, na kazi yetu haswa sana ya kuweza kutimiza sheria, na utimizaji wa sheria unatupa eneo pana sana la kuweza kutangamana na watu na kuweza kujua tabia zao.
Now, I become a sports person, and the national under-20 women's team, Rising Starlets, has ended a residential training camp to prepare for the return leg of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier against Tanzania. The match is scheduled for Saturday, February 14th at the Chamazi Complex in Tanzania. The technical bench has indicated that the preparations are progressing well, with players showing high morale and determination as they aim to secure a positive result away from home. The team has been sharpening both its tactical and technical approaches to ensure they capitalize on scoring opportunities in the crucial encounter.
na believe tutashinda na tutashinda. Hii game ni important sana kwa sababu vision yetu ni kwenda World Cup. Na hii game lazima tushinde, hii game ndio tuende World Cup. So hii game ni very important for us. Lazima to win, it's a must win ndo tuweze kufika kwa vision yetu ya kwenda World Cup. Okay, opponents wetu wako na pressure mingi juu si tayari tuko na advantage ya 1-0. So ni kuenda kuconfirm kwamba tukuwapiga kibahati, tuliwapiga, tunaweza. Kwangu kibinafsi ni very important, ni chance poa kuja kutrain na coaches wazuri, teammates pia ni wazuri, so una learn sana, ni inakufanya una improve as a player, unaona weaknesses zako penye unafaa kuwork ndo usonge mbele as a player. Mashabiki wa Kenya wenye wako Dar es Salaam tunaweza waambia tu wakiweza wajitokeze wakuja support wa Kenya wenzao, tumekuja kwa represent ndo watupatie hata psych na pia morale ya kucheza wenye wako huko.
Opponent walikuwa vizuri lakini tunaona ni kama wameingiza uoga. Si ni wadogo lakini tuko sawa. Tumejikakamua na tumetrain makocha wametupatia kila kitu yenye wanafaa kutupatia.
It is so interesting. We describe, we brand, and we name politics a theater of jokes. It is only not more than 4 months since Dr. Uhuru was made the interim party leader of ODM party after the death of the Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Some few days ago, Oginga promised Kithure Kindiki, the deputy president, that they have no need, they don't have any interests over his deputy president position. A few days ago again, it is a twisted turn of events and stories. It's a promise of a deputy president seat. Where will the deputy president Kithure Kindiki go if only ODM party under Uhuru Oginga is eyeing the deputy president or the deputy presidency? Now, that is politics. It's a game that is played from north to south, from west to east. That's how we wrap it up here at EBN JKS Thursday. For the team behind the scenes, thank you for making this bulletin a success. From the sign language interpretation, Laura Monti, we thank you so much. And from me, Jeffrey Kimaiyu Somba, JKS, we wish you a good night.